I want to talk about fears. I feel like the older I get, the more fears I have. There are some things that really does make my life really uncomfortable. Some fears. Last week we've been traveling to Phuket by plane. I've been really scared of taking planes the past couple of years. And this is really annoying because I love traveling and my goal, my dream is to travel the world as much as I can. But with this fear of flying, it gives me really hard time and almost makes me less excited about this wonderful idea of traveling overall. It's crazy because, I've been traveling since I'm really young, and I have taken hundreds of planes in my life. Maybe it's because I'm not traveling that often anymore, and obviously there's a lot of news the past years about different accidents and all this effect. But the same thing is also with taking car, really it's not fun, it's not cool, it makes me just to not enjoy the fact of traveling, because we're also traveling by car a lot around Thailand. Here we often go to the beach, and that's usually like 2-3 hours drive. And also last night it was raining a lot, and all this gives me an anxiety. And so I'm trying to understand and trying to understand how I can deal with those things. I am that person who have a lot of different fears. I am a pussy, basically. Since I'm young, I'm still scared of ghosts. I believe in ghosts. I believe in spirits. I believe in paranormal world. Sometimes I'm still scared to be alone, and sometimes I just get super anxious, or especially if I'm not sleeping at home or at someone's house, or maybe traveling somewhere. It happens to me a lot that I am just scared that I might feel something, or sometimes I even do, and I have felt things. That fear been with me since I'm really young. I remember like when I used to be alone, home alone, while my mom was working. It's always been so scary for me. I would usually just like not stay inside home, but just go outside and like after school, wait until my mom comes back from work, like just outside on the street or like somewhere in the garden or whatever. I don't know where it's coming from. I have no idea, but for some reason, since I'm very young, I've been scared of like ghosts. Right now, still happens, but I'm trying to control it. Another fear that also gives me a hard time, especially living here in Thailand, in Asia, it's a fear of, like, I'm really scared of like bugs and like things moving. If I see like something moving around, like with my side, my heart is just like stops. Cockroaches, spiders, that's like no. It's also hard because there's a lot of like, there's a lot of bugs here, there's a lot of different insects. I wish I was more chilled about it, and I'm really working on that right now to just like be more connected with nature. I'm super scared of like muddy water in the lake. We've been going to lake a lot recently for practicing like wing foiling, and obviously the water is not like clear, transparent there. Every time falling in the water, it's like me basically trying to paddle back to the board to get on top again, because a lot of imagination happening in my brain at this moment. Or like in the sea too, you know, like when you're on the beach, and if the water is not like crystal blue that you can see your feet, then like every touch of a leaf or whatever, like dirt, it's me usually screaming and trying to dip myself as quick as possible and get back outside. Pity, because I like to swim in the nice waters and enjoy my swim and sea water. I'm really scared of getting sick, like serious sick, something that you know you will die for sure. Some disease like that. I'm hating myself every time like we have to drive somewhere or take a plane or something. I'm hating myself for being scared of those things, because I'm scared to like attract those things, to like manifest them, because we know that things that we are scared the most are happening and stuff like that. Like what happened with my fear of war, which is pretty crazy too, because since I was a kid, very young, I used to have a lot of nightmares about war. I don't know, maybe some of my previous lives or something, I've been killed in a war or something. But I always had these crazy nightmares about that the war started and some bombings and some shootings. Of course, when that happened between Russia and Ukraine, it was like for most of the people are real difficult times to go through and to believe it's happening, not in the nightmare, not in a dream anymore, but here basically in front of your nose. So yeah, I don't want to attract all my fears to come true, obviously, and so right now I'm just trying to find ways of living my life with understandings how to deal with all those things that I'm scared of. And if you guys have similar problems, or if you have any tips or any ideas how to overcome fears, or at least how to try to control them, please share. For me, my recent kind of tool to deal with my fears, to go with them, through them, is first to accept them. Somehow when you tell your brain that, okay, if I'm meant to die, I'm gonna die, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna die. Somehow you trick your brain and it stops giving you those like warning signals, when you get scared. So it kind of like calms down a little bit and starts to process this acceptance. And the second is that I try to relax and say to myself that I trust in my universe, and I trust that whatever meant to happen will happen. And yeah, somehow this gives me a little bit of release. A lot of breathing. These things helps a lot when I travel. Just, a lot of breathing. But yeah, if you guys have any good advices, any tips, any stories to share, I will be really, really appreciated to hear and to discuss about these things more. Thank you. Good night.